Recently, we made a video about the house that inspired the Great Gatsby, Harbor Hill, but there are some who claim it was a different mansion. Hi everyone, Ken here. Welcome to This House. Today we are exploring the many mansions that might have been the inspiration for the Great Gatsby. If you haven't seen our previous video, that's okay. You won't need to in order to understand this one, but if you would like to, the video will be linked at the end of this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an exciting episode of This House. F. Scott Fitzgerald was born in 1896 to a middle-class family, but throughout his life, he would end up brushing shoulders with the world's most elite. He was accepted to Princeton University, where he courted Ginevra King, the daughter of Chicago socialites. When the relationship failed, he dropped out of college and enlisted in the U.S. Armed Forces during World War I. He was stationed in Alabama, where he found love again with debutante and socialite Zelda Zare. Zelda became Fitzgerald's muse. She was young, beautiful, and had an eccentric and spirited personality. He proposed to her, but her family would not allow their daughter to marry down. With heartbreak, he put his feelings into words and wrote This Side of Paradise, which closely mirrored his own life. The book was an instant pop culture sensation, and Zelda received her parents' blessing to marry Fitzgerald. Over the next few years, he wrote several books and published magazine columns, with each story increasing his popularity. Everyone at the top of society wanted to associate with this pop culture icon. He was invited to parties and balls at some of the nation's largest and most lavish mansions. Though it is most accepted that a particular party at Harbor Hill inspired him to write The Great Gatsby, there are several other contenders that could still make sense within the confines of the fictional book's description. The Rosecliff mansion in Newport was used in the 1974 Great Gatsby movie as the home of Jay Gatsby. It was a hub of social life, hosting entertainers such as Harry Houdini and Louis Armstrong to entertain guests at parties. The house was beyond ornate, with no expense being spared for artisan work. The staircase flared out below a large rounded window with a carpet running centered over the marble steps. Larger-than-life statues, cast in bronze, were set all about the house with murals, frescoes, and architectural elements leaving no blank spaces to be found on the walls. The Louis XVI dining room was decorated with murals, framed by wall panels and twin chandeliers suspended on either side of the tables. Most convincing in the book's description is the large waterside terrace, offering panoramic views of the ocean. Next on our list of possible inspirations is Beacon Towers in Sands Point, New York. It was the inspiration for the Great Gatsby movie set of East Egg in 2013. Though the house is grand, dominating the shoreline, it was best known back in the day for being a think tank to propel women's rights in the United States and not for hosting elaborate parties. It was built for Alva Smith, the ex-wife of William K. Vanderbilt, who spearheaded the women's suffrage movement and organized the first women's rights protest in front of the White House. Her mansion was a reflection of her leadership. Walking into the Great Hall, you would be greeted by stone block walls separated by pointed Gothic arches with suits of armor between them. The sweeping, solid stone staircase was accented by large stained glass windows at its base and Gothic windows on its landing, allowing a mix of natural light and colorful reflections to bounce around the stone hall. The grounds of the castle boasted a large terraced motor court out front and beach access behind the castle. The setting is perfect for the description of the home, but not for the events that took place in it. In the 1974 Great Gatsby film, the Linden Place mansion in Bristol, Rhode Island, was used as a backdrop in one of the scenes. Though the mansion is grand in its own right, neither the setting for the mansion nor the mansion itself fit the description of F. Scott Fitzgerald's novel. In Huntington, New York, there exists a house by the name of Oheka Castle, which many contend was the actual inspiration for the Great Gatsby and not Harbor Hill. Though both houses fit the description, a factual imitation of some Hôtel de Ville in Normandy. Covering over 112,000 square feet, Oheka Castle is the largest private home to have ever been built in New York, and the second largest to have ever been built in the United States. It sits on perfectly manicured lawns, with gardens which rival those of European royalty. The interior of the 127-room house boasts murals set between pilasters with niches for urns as we see in the dining room. The library, clad in wood paneling with oversized built-in bookshelves, exudes the richness associated with Gilded Age glamour. Even the bedrooms are decorated with painted murals set between wood-paneled walls. It is easy to see why Oheka Castle has always been considered a top contender for the house that inspired F. Scott Fitzgerald. Maybe it wasn't a single house that inspired him. Perhaps it was a combination of the things he experienced while attending parties with the world's wealthiest socialites. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Do you think one of these houses was the absolute inspiration, or do you think it was a combination of all of them? Maybe there was a house I did not mention. Make sure to let me know if I missed a lesser known house associated with the Great Gatsby. As always, I'd like to thank you all for watching and really hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an exciting episode of This House. I'd also like to take a moment to say a special thank you to our This House supporters whose names you can see on screen right now. If you would like to see your name on this screen, please consider joining our membership program today. I'll see you next time on This House.